Hey everybody, and welcome to Mr. Dixon's Arrested Development. I'm Mr. Dixon. As always, I read from the wonders of the internet of what the religious people are doing, ministers, priests, that sort of thing, what sort of crimes they've committed, hence the arrested, and the developments. Actually, I never read the developments, just read one crime. Usually, sometimes I'll get like a follow-up story of what happened to the person, but honestly, I don't care. I'm just about the arrested, and sometimes I'll follow up on the conviction, or if I haven't read the story, then I'll do the conviction initial story. Anyway, neither here nor there. Today is Memorial Day, so I got on my Memorial Day outfit. See, this is me. I'm a Pedo officer. Never served in my life, but I have this shirt. Where it came from, I don't know. I have clothes in my closet. I have no clue how I got them, but I have them anyway. This is neither here nor there. Let's get into the stories. We got, how many do I think I have? 3 here. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3 stories for Mr. Dixon's Arrested Development. And this is the first one. This is from the Christian Post. Pastor, prophet, boyfriend arrested after woman dies from drinking spiritual concoction. Pastor dash prophet, that's the headline. Pastor dash prophet, comma, boyfriend arrested after woman dies from drinking spiritual concoction. So I guess the boyfriend's in on it, or whatever this is. Let's see what this is. A pastor of Celestial Church of Christ in Nigeria, which has a very big film industry, you know that, has been arrested in Lagos State after a woman who had taken one of his spiritual concoctions died. Which is what happens when you take a spiritual concoction. Usually they're trying to put their cock in you, but the concoctions will outright kill you. Prophet Michael Dominic. Oh, Michael Dominic. Nigeria? It's an interesting name there. Prophet Michael Dominic of the Celestial Church of Christ. Oh, Jesus Gun Parish. It's Jesusegun. Jesus Gun Parish. He's in the Jesus Gun Parish. Bang, bang, I'm Jesus. All right. Was arrested by the Lagos State Police Command following the death of 25-year-old Ramat Adu, according to Nigeria's Daily Post. I'm assuming Michael is what's that word? The visitor, whatever, foreigner, refugee, I don't know. Adu's boyfriend, oh boy, now this is a Nigerian name, Ifeanyi Iyana, was also taken into custody allegedly for conspiracy and murder. Oh, it's like a film noir type thing. The pastor's in on it. He's knocking off his girlfriend for the insurance money. It doesn't say that yet, but that's how I'm getting it. His exact motivation was of such kind has not been made clear. I'm going to say it's for the insurance money. Yana said his girlfriend complained last week on Thursday of a cough and went to the church to seek a spiritual solution, which is what you do when you get in a cough. Oh, I'm coming down with a cold. Let me go find the Jesus. I see this sounds Christian, so I'll say Jesus. Yeah, it's the Church of Christ. So yeah, Jesus. According to Post.ng, that's Post Nigeria, I guess, Iyana was the one who took the woman to Dominic's Protestant church, which is at international headquarters in Benin. Okay, there's international. Good old Michael Dominic. Dominic then provided her with a concoction, which I don't think the Protestants are big on the whole concoction thing. That's a new thing. Dominic must have come up with it for himself. Doug's Protestant church, blah, blah, blah. Dominic then provided her with a concoction, the contents of which has not yet been made known, which improves her condition for a period for making it drastically worse. On Friday, on my way to the market, the younger brother of the prophet called and told me that my girlfriend was not feeling fine, the boyfriend revealed. And there's more to the story, but that's all I printed out. Sorry, gotta go find it. It's in the Christian Post. I tell you, pastor, prophet, boyfriend arrested after woman. Why is the boyfriend arrested though? Why? I don't understand what he's supposed to do. Just his girlfriend. It sounds like it was her idea to go. But anyway, maybe it's welcome to pastor prophet. Now, pastor prophet is not a Protestant thing, by the way, so I don't know how that's possible. Anyway, but then they don't have concoctions either. All right, next story. This is from CBS News, May 22nd, 2018. I have the date here because this is a little dated. Archbishop convicted of covering up child sexual abuse. Newcastle, Australia. Hey, we're international today. Nigeria and Australia. An Australian archbishop on Tuesday became the most senior Roman Catholic clerk in the world convicted of covering up child sex abuse and faces a potential 2 years in prison when he's sentenced next month. Oh my God, not 2 years. Oh, don't be so rough on the guy. Magistrate Robert Stone handed down the verdict against Archbishop of Adelaide, Philip Wilson, and Newcastle local church, north of Sydney, following a magistrate-only trial. Magistrate-only, I guess, judge-only. is what that means. Wilson, 67, had pleaded not guilty to concealing a serious crime committed by another person, the sexual abuse of children by pedophile priest James Fletcher in the 1970s, when pedophilia was all the rage among the priesthood. Stone told the court that Wilson had concealed the abuse of 2 altar boys in the Hunter Valley region, north of Sydney, by Fletcher, by failing to report the allegation to police. He wanted it to get up to at least 5 or 6. Like two kids he's molesting. Come on, guys. I only do the big league reporting of child molestation. Got a priest only does 2 kids. What am I doing? I'm doing my Michael Dominic voice. All right, sorry. Stone told the court that Wilson had concealed the abuse. I said that already. Sorry. Stone said he was satisfied one of the altar boys, Peter Craig, was a truthful and reliable witness. But I'm not going to say that. Was Wilson satisfied? I'm sorry. We'll have to use that phraseology. Wilson was released on bail until he appears at a sentencing hearing on June 9th. Prosecutors argue for a custodial sentence. So he has to clean up the jail before they put him in the cell. In a statement issued, I'm sure that's not what it means. In a statement issued by the Catholic Church, Wilson said he was disappointed by the conviction. I will now have to consider the reasons and consult closely with my lawyers to determine the next steps, he said. Why doesn't he go to Jesus? I don't understand these reasons. Like, I get to consult your lawyers. Don't you have the best representation in the wild in the universe? Go ask Jesus. It's like asking Alice. Prosecutor Gareth Harrison had submitted that Wilson was involved in a cover-up to protect the church's reputation, and there was doubts about his honesty. Harrison argued that in Wilson's mind, victims came second. The priest came first. Come on. How was I not gonna? Wilson was suffering from early stages of Alzheimer's disease. I don't even remember whether I covered it up or not. I don't know. But maintains medication has helped his memory. Told the court last month during his trial he could not remember Craig and another altar boy telling him in 1976 they were abused by Fletcher. That's convenient. That's something you forget. I do remember. What, he had Alzheimer's in 1976? Well, he said it didn't happen. Yeah, I'm sure they lying something like that in 1976, and they keep coming to court about it. The court has ordered Craig can be named in media reports on his testimony, but the second accused cannot be named for legal reasons, okay? That's Australian law. The prosecution argued Wilson failed to give details to police about a serious crime after Fletcher was arrested in 2004 and went on trial for preying on another boy. And I don't mean praying as in praying, but in praying. So we're moving on. Oh, I just popped out my microphone. Hold on a second. There goes the rest of the mic. Hold on a second. I want to keep recording. All right, so we're going to watch the magic of my crappy shoot here. Just put the mic. Oh, see what happens? Oh, I lost the microphone. Let's see. Where is it? Oh, just a phone off. All right, here it is. Sorry about that. All right, still in the camera. Still here. Hello. All right, get the little mic thing on. Hello. I'm just going to hold it because fuck it. All right, so let's move on to the next. That was CBS Australia. This is the last story anyway, the next one. So let's just move on. This is great stuff. This is why I got 6 viewers. But I don't care. I do it for the love, not the attention. All right, this is from WTOP. Maryland pastor, Capitol Police officer among 3 charged with sexually abusing teens in church group. Here we go. Now we're in New York. We're in Maryland, rather. We're in Washington. This is from Washington. Anyway, but this is in Maryland. Is it Maryland or Washington? Probably Washington D.C. Right? Let's read it. Why don't we just read it? Washington. It says that's the dateline. 3 Maryland men, including the head pastor of a Prince George's County church and a Capitol police officer, has been charged with sexually abusing 14 girls involved in church-run programs for at-risk youth. Because the kids aren't at risk enough. I'm like, hey, let's prey on these poor disadvantaged children because they're the best kind. Prince George's County Police, this is obviously in Maryland, County Police said the teens were abused from 2001 and 2008 when they were 15 to 18 years old, and that they came forward as adults. Police have arrested Joshua Wright, 67, of Brandywine, who is the head pastor of the church. His son, William Wright, of White Plains, a minister at the church, and Donald Jackson, also of White Plains, the pastor's son-in-law. Wow, it's like a family affair. It's a family affair. William Wright is also a Capitol Police officer, according to charging documents. Eva Malenki, a Capitol Police spokeswoman, said told WTOP that Wright has been taken off duty. Well, I'm gonna hope. All three men are charged with child abuse, sexual assault. Sorry, do that again. All three men are charged with child abuse, assault, and sex offenses. Both Jackson and William Wright admitted to police that they engaged in sex acts with the teens, according to charging documents. Well, that's going to make the trial so much easier. Police said the teens were enrolled in a children having. This is the name of the place. Were enrolled in Children Having Overcoming Power program. Children Having Overcoming Power. Okay. Someone else is overcoming. Come on. Program run by the Oxon Hill Assembly of Jesus Christ in Fort Washington, Maryland. Under the program for at-risk youth, the teens lived in the homes of church members and took classes at the church. Well, maybe not such a good idea living in the homes of the church members. At least if they're hetero guys, because they're going to be trying to get that pussy. According to the charging documents, you wouldn't think so. I mean, the at-risk youth, that really attractive you. Apparently, for some guys, I guess it's a turn. Especially if they're into Jesus and fucking little girls. According to charging documents, the teens were placed in the men's homes where they reported being regularly sexually abused. Police said abuse also took place in parks and at the church. If this isn't a porno in the making, the church program ended in, I know, I'm such a classic guy. The church program ended in 2011. Police are asking anyone who participated in the church program or abused to speak with the investigators. If you're one of the abusers, you can also call in, although why you would do that and leave you so open, I don't know, but hey, they'll be more than happy to take your call. All right, that's it. I am Mr. Dixon. This is the, I don't know what episode number Arrested Developments will be on the Arrested Developments. It's not Arrested Developments. I've not yelled at an actress and had her crying and tried to apologize about it to the New York Times. I am just Joe Dixon. This is Arrested Developments, and see you next time. Bye-bye. Hopefully next time the microphone will actually be here and not up here. But what can you do? This is low-class shit here. All right, thank you. Bye-bye.